Hey, Team Drip. Hey, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of our presentation. The great thing is it's pretty much done. We might have some slight revisions, and also we're going to figure out who does what. I've heard some of the other presentations before. I've been in those, and I'll tell you just a couple things. One, we want to make sure we're not saying too many times. What else? And all we have to do is pause instead of say anyway, I don't know why, I just had to say that. So this is going to go to Shelly Glandon with Blue Canoe, but I wanted to, again, just to go over this quickly. So here we go. Title page: drip irrigation for designers. Design challenges, and I went ahead and put some transitions in here so you can see the guys getting overwhelmed. And this will most likely be Rick Foster's part of it. And thank you for your bio. So this will talk about drip line components, go through all that. This will set the stage for most of our presentation. And we'll also talk about point source components because that's the other type of drip. Then there'll be a poll question. Those are already written up. And then different drip line layouts. There's 3 different layouts. And then also how we determine the length between the headers. Pretty descriptive, and operation indicators, of course. And we have another poll question and a challenge. Now, a couple things. There's the header design. We can talk about that. It won't take that long. But also, I'd like to talk about installation methods. So you'll see there's a number of different methods. If you want to put subsurface drip, it makes it a lot quicker. Or you can go with the big boy, and you can go ahead and do those. Now, where the stars are, you'll see the stars in the upper right-hand corner. Those are quick, concise videos that will not have sound, but it will help describe how this works. So I'm not going to put that on right now, but I will show you later. Again, now we're getting into filtration, another extremely important part of drip. We talk about a couple different kinds of filters and a couple different types of screen versus disc filtration. Drip design and pressure. Pressure regulation is important. Talk about why it's important. And then we actually show what pressure regulation is as far as a product goes, and then also showing that 40 psi is pretty typical. A couple different control zone kits. We've got our commercial, and then we have our larger Y strainer. And again, we don't want to talk about these specifically as products, Rainbird products, but we do want to talk about filtration. Whole question again. So opportunities and challenges with drip. You can see, hey, you could have a shovel go through the buried tubing. You could have a gopher, even though this is a cute gopher, but you could have one of those chewing on your tubing, and then this is what can happen. So, and you know, what do we do about that? So we will talk about that a little bit. And then this talks about the poly header option. So you notice I didn't call it really a QF header at that point, just the poly header option. This could be for turf or shrubs. Bulletproof design, always ask for. I have a little video you see in the upper right-hand corner. And it's very short, just gives a better live example of what that SPX heavy wall tubing actually looks like, and low flow bubbler. And here's a design of a subsurface extra durable drip. Poll questions again. Now it comes into trees. Now the trees, I still have a little bit of work to do on those. And this will be Tiffany's section. And any of us can help each other at any point, but we're going to practice this enough that You'll be able to read it. I'll be able to read it. I've done that before. It's really helpful. You just have to make sure you're not looking down all the time, like probably I have been. I'm just looking at my screen. So correctly designing irrigation. And it really leads right into this. Three different design tools, root watering SQ and drip line rings. And then we show about root watering system. This is what it looks like. This is roughly what it does. Again, if they have questions, they'll ask us at the end of the presentation, which they'll have about 15 minutes to do that. And then designing with low flow, got our new SQ nozzle, but we won't be saying that. We'll just be saying that having a 3/4 nozzle is really helpful so we don't have trunk rot. And then the designing with drip lines and spirals. Again, I have a star there. This is good. It's really speeded up. So it shows how to put in a spiral and how to put in concentric circle design. And now ready for questions. So all in all, it's not too bad. All I need is a couple bios, one from Tiffany, and I need another one from Paul. That way those can be read. I just noticed I said so anyway, that means those can be read by Paul before we start this whole thing. So anyway, if you've got any questions, just let me know. The next step will be going through this presentation with a fine-tooth comb so we can practice it and be ready to go and not spend too much time doing that. So I've got a lot of time into this, but I think it's going to be worth it. And I'm really excited that we're doing this together. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks again. Somewhere there's a off button. Da, 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 da.